Hi everybody, long time no see. I hope you're all doing well. Ramadan Mubarak to everyone. And today's video is going to be about Ramadan. This video is for my Muslim learners and followers, and it is to help you talk about this wonderful holy month. Use the words that we use often during this month and use them in sentences to help others around you understand about this month. It might be a good idea to have a pen and notepad so that you can write down the sentences that will appear on screen. Or you could also take screenshots of them when they come up on screen so that you can practice them later on. So the first word is Ramadan. Ramadan is the month when Muslims fast from sunrise until sunset. Ramadan's a time for fasting, prayers, and community. It is a time for fasting when we fast during the day. It is time for prayers because we spend a lot of our days and especially nights praying at home, praying in the mosque. And community because we spend a lot of time helping others, interacting with other people, whether it be our neighbors or the people in the mosque or other people around the community who you might work with, live next to, or help during this month. Next word is Taraweeh. Taraweeh are extra prayers Muslims do at night during Ramadan. You can use these sentences to talk about Taraweeh. You can say, I went to the mosque for Taraweeh prayers last night. That is in the past. You can also use it to describe your routine every day during Ramadan. I go to the mosque to pray my Taraweeh prayers every night. Or I don't pray my Taraweeh prayers because my mosque is too far away, so I pray at home. Or I don't go to the mosque because I am unwell or because I have an injury, so I pray at home. You can say doing Taraweeh prayers with my friends or family makes Ramadan really special. Talk about how these prayers make you feel. They make you feel happy. They make you feel relaxed. You get to go to the mosque and pray to get closer to Allah, to God, and also at the same time spend time with those close to you, those special to you, like your friends and family members. The next word is Suhoor. Suhoor is the pre-dawn meal before the fasting begins. You can say we have Suhoor before sunrise during Ramadan. Suhoor is all about filling up before the fast begins, so that you have enough food in you so that you won't feel hungry when you're fasting during the daytime. For me, waking up early during Suhoor is one of the biggest challenges during Ramadan. A challenge is when you have to make a lot of effort to do something. So you can tell others about perhaps how challenging it is for you to get up in the morning like me, or maybe unlike me, you're not, you don't have that problem, and you have other challenges instead. The next word is Iftar. Iftar is the meal you have to break your fast at sunset. We break our fast with water and dates. You can say, I break my fast with a big meal at sunset. Or I break my fast with a light meal at sunset, and I have a larger meal later on. Iftar is when we finally get to eat after a long day of fasting. Remember, take screenshots of these words, or you can also slow down this video so it will give you enough time to maybe write them down in your notebook. The next word is Sawm. Sawm is fasting during Ramadan. Sawm is all about going without food or drink during the day in Ramadan. Fasting in Ramadan teaches us discipline and empathy. Discipline is when you are careful and consistent in your actions. So in Ramadan, we have to get up at a specific time every day. So in order to do that every day, you have to have discipline. You have to attend evening prayers at the mosque, if you choose to attend them at the mosque. And you have to do that at a particular time every day. That requires discipline. Empathy is when you understand how others are feeling. So in Ramadan, we are required to have empathy for others. For example, when we fast, we go without food and drink. But there are many people in the world who don't have a choice and they are poor. So they have to go without food and drink anyway. So when we fast, we get to feel how they feel. So this is how we have empathy for them. Fasting in Ramadan is tough, but rewarding. Tough is another word for difficult. Rewarding means that at the end you feel good about yourself because you feel that you have achieved something. So even though you've had a tough day fasting, going without food or drink, at the end when you do eat and thank God for that moment, you also feel very happy because you've achieved something. And imagine if you did that for the whole month, and every day you had that same feeling, that rewarding feeling. The next word is Ibadah. Ibadah means worship and doing good deeds to get closer to Allah or God. You can say during Ramadan, I do a lot of Ibadah with extra prayers. You can say Ibadah in Ramadan includes charity, prayers, and reading the Quran. Ibadah in Ramadan brings us spiritual happiness. Spiritual means being close to God, having a connection with an unseen being. The next word is Laylatul Qadr. Laylatul Qadr is a special night in Ramadan. For Muslims, the Laylatul Qadr night is a night better than 1,000 nights and takes place on one of the last 10 days of Ramadan. Laylatul Qadr is the night we seek blessings and forgiveness from God. Spending Laylatul Qadr in prayer is super important for me, because Laylatul Qadr is better than 1,000 nights. So if I devote myself in prayer during that time, the reward will be multiplied 1,000 times. Now, let's talk about other things that happen during this month. Because this month requires us to do a lot of praying, a lot of fasting, and a lot of good deeds, it can also mean that we feel sleepy and tired a lot of the time. So you can talk about that. I always try to do good deeds, but sometimes I feel sleepy and tired. Good deeds in Ramadan means helping others and doing good, even when we're sleepy and tired. Every good deed that we do during Ramadan brings us closer to Allah, especially when we're sleepy and tired. The next term is good deeds. You can say, in Ramadan, I always try to do good deeds. Good deeds in Ramadan include helping others and being nice. Whether it is helping your neighbor or family member, or helping someone cross the road, being nice to your colleagues at work, saying hi, asking about how they are. Even other things such as removing something harmful from the road so that nobody will be harmed by it. That is a good deed as well. Being kind to animals, petting your neighbor's cat, or feeding the birds in the garden. Every good deed we do during Ramadan brings us closer to Allah. And that is why this is so important to us. The next word is Sadakah. Sadakah is voluntary charity or giving for the sake of Allah. During Ramadan, I try to give Sadakah wherever and whenever I can. I might give Sadakah at the local mosque to feed those who come to break their fast. Or it might be for the poor in the community who don't have much to eat and drink. It might be local, or it might be in another country where there is a war going on, where the people are really suffering and need our help. Sadaqah is all about helping others without expecting anything in return. Giving Sadaqah in Ramadan is a way to multiply your blessings. Just like everything else, Sadaqah also has a much greater reward in Ramadan. In order to understand the concept of rewards being multiplied, let's look at one example. Let's say you have a job where they pay you for every good deed that you do. So after every good deed that you have done, you get paid £1. However, on one particular month, the pay is fivefold, 5 times more than what you usually get. So on this particular month, you get paid £5 after doing a good deed. So you can imagine how much more motivated you will be to do good deeds on that particular month. You can use that or other examples when telling other people about Ramadan and the significance of doing good deeds and good actions during this month. I think this is a great way to practice your English, because you can use something that is very important to you and then talk about that with others, because there's so much to talk about. You do so much during this month and you have a lot to say. That is why I'm giving you these sentences to use during these conversations, where you sit with others who don't celebrate Ramadan so that you can tell them about this holy month. It's really important to share your experiences and to communicate them clearly with others. Just one final message before I go to my Muslim followers and also others as well. Please remember in your prayers and in your thoughts those around the world who are suffering right now, those who need our thoughts and our prayers and our help. That's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave your comments below. What other videos would you like me to do next? Have a great Ramadan and speak to you soon.